In the third month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sin. For they were departed from Rimmon, and were come to the desert of Sinai, and had pitched in the wilderness. And there Israel camped before the mount. And Moses went up to God, and the Lord called unto him out of the mount, saying, Thou shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagles' wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, ye shall be peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and holy nations. There are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all these words which the Lord commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, All that the Lord hath spoken, we will do. And Moses returned the word of the people unto the Lord. And the Lord said unto Moses, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, and the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. And Moses told the words of the people unto the Lord. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go unto the people, and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes, and be ready against the third day. For the third day of the Lord will come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai. And thou shalt set bound unto the people round about, saying, Take heed to yourself, that ye go not up to the mount, or touch the border of it. Whoever toucheth the mount shall be surely put to death. There shall not an hand touch it, and he shall surely be stoned or shot, whether it be beast or man, shall not. When the trumpet soundeth long, they shall come up to the mount. And Moses went down from the mount unto the people, and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. And he said unto the people, Be ready against the third day. Come not at your wives. And it came to pass on the third day in the morning, there were thunders and lightning, and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that were in the camp trembled. And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with God, and they stood at neither part of the mount. And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mount quaked greatly. And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long, and waxed louder and louder, Moses spake, and God answered him by a voice. And the Lord came down upon Mount Sinai, and the top of the mount. And the Lord called Moses up to the top of the mount, and Moses went up. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go down, charge the people, lest they break through unto the Lord to gaze, and many of them perish. Yeah. And let the priests also, which come near to the Lord, sanctify themselves, lest the Lord break forth upon them. And Moses said unto the Lord, the people cannot come up to Mount Sinai, for thou charged us, saying, set bound about the mount, and sanctify it. And the Lord said unto him, away, get thee down, and thou shalt come up, thou and Aaron with thee, but let not the priests and the people break through to come up unto the Lord, lest he break forth upon them. And Moses went down unto the people, and spake unto them. And God spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generations, them that hate me, and strewing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh him name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God, and it thou not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy maidservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor stranger that is within thy gates. For in the 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth and the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor my mother, honor thy father, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God gave thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his maidservant, nor his manservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is in thy neighbor's. And all the people saw the thundering, and the lightning, and the noise of the trumpet, and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed, and stood at a far off. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not God speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for God is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near into the thick darkness where God was. And the Lord said unto Moses, Thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, Ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. Ye shall not make with me gods of silver, neither shall ye make unto you gods of gold. An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and shall sacrifice thereon thy burnt offerings, and thy peace offerings, thy sheep, and thine oxen. In all places where I record my name, I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, thou shalt not build it of hewn stone, for if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted. Neither shalt thou go up by steps unto mine altar, that thy nakedness be not discovered thereon. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy an Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the seventh he shall go out free for nothing. And if he come in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with and all, and he shall serve him forever. And if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the men servants do. If she please not her master, who have betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed to sell her into a strange nation. He shall have no power, seeing he have dealt deceitfully with her. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. If he take him among another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage, shall he not diminish? And if he do not these three unto her, then shall she go out free without money. He that smitheth a man so that he die shall be surely put to death. And if a man lie not in wait, but God deliver him into his hand, then I will appoint thee a place whether he shall flee. But if a man come presumptuously upon his neighbor to stay with gall, thou shalt take him from mine altar, that he may die. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, shall surely be put to death. And he that curse his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. And if men strive together, and one smite another with a stone, or with his fist, and he die not, but keepeth his bed, if he rise again and walk abroad upon his staff, then shall he that smote him be quit. Only he shall pay for the loss of his time, and shall cause him to be thoroughly healed. And if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, then he die on his hand. He shall be surely punished. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his money. If men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall be surely punished, according as the woman's husband will lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judges determine. And if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. And if a man smite the eye of his servant, or the eye of his maid, then it perish. He shall let him go free for his eye's sake. And if he smite out of his manservant's tooth, his maidservant's tooth, he shall let him go free for his tooth's sake. If an ox bore a man or a woman, that they die, then the ox shall be surely stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten. But the owner of the ox shall be quit. But if the ox were wont to push with his horn in the time past, and it hath been testified to his owner, and he hath not kept him in, but that he have killed a man or a woman, the ox shall be stoned, and his owner also shall be put to death. If there be laid upon a man a sum of money, then he shall give for the ransom of his life whatsoever is laid upon him, whether he have brought a son or have brought a daughter. According to this judgment shall it be done to him. If the ox shall push a man's servant or a maid servant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels of silver, and the ox shall be stoned. And if a man shall open a pit, or if a man shall dig a pit, or not cover it, and an ox or an ox fall therein, the owner of the pit shall make it good and give money unto the owner of them, and the dead beast shall be his. And if one man's ox hurts another, that he die, then they shall sell the live ox and divide money on it, and the dead ox also they shall divide. Or if it be known that the ox have used to push in the pastime, and his owner have not kept him in, he shall surely pay ox for ox, and the dead shall be his own. If a man shall steal an ox or a sheep and kill it or sell it, he shall restore 5 oxen for an ox, and 4 sheep for sheep. If a thief be found breaking up and be smitten, that he die, there shall no blood be shed for him. If the sun be rising upon him, there shall be blood shed for him, and he should make full restitution. If he have nothing, then he shall be sold for his theft. If the theft be certainly found in the hand alive, whether it be ox or sheep, he shall restore double. If a man shall cause a field or vineyard to be eaten, and thou shalt put in his beast, and shall feed in another man's field, of the best of his own field, and of the best of his own vineyard, shall he make restitution. If fire break out and catch in thorns, so that the stack of corn, or the standing corn, or the field be consumed therewith, he that kindled the fire surely make restitution. If a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of the man's house, if the theft be found, let him pay double. If the thief not be found, then the master of the house shall be brought unto the judges, to see whether he have put his hand unto his neighbor's good. For all manner of trespass, whether it be for ox or sheep, for raiment, or for any manner of lost thing, which another challenge to be his, the cause of both parties shall come before the judges, and whom the judges shall condemn. he shall pay double unto his neighbor. If a man deliver unto his neighbor an ox or sheep or any beast to keep, and it die, or be hurt, or driven away, no man see, then shall an oath of the Lord be between them both, that he hath not put his hand unto his neighbor's goods, and the owner of it shall accept thereof, and he shall not make it good. And if it be stolen from him, he shall make restitution up unto the owner thereof. If it be torn in pieces, then let him bring it for witness, and he shall not make good that which was torn. And if a man borrow out of his neighbor, and it be hurt, or die, the owner thereof being not with it, he shall surely make it good. But if the owner thereof be with us, he shall not make it good. If it be an hired thing, it came for his hire. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed, and lie with her, he shall surely endue her to be his wife. If her utterly refuse to give her unto him, he shall pay money according to the drudgery of virgins. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Whoever layeth with a beast shall surely be put to death. He that sanctified unto any God, save unto the Lord only, he shall be utterly destroyed. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger, nor oppress him. For ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Ye shall not inflict any widow or father's child. If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry all unto me, I will surely hear their cry. And my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword. And your wives shall be widows, and your children fathers. If thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as an usurer, neither shalt thou lay upon him a surety. If thou at all take thy neighbor's raiment to pledge, thou shalt deliver it unto him by that the sun go up down. For that is his covering only. It is his raiment for his skin, wherein shall he sleep. And it shall come to pass, when he crieth unto me, that I will hear, for I am gracious. Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of thy people. Thou shalt not delay to offer the first of thy ripe fruits, and thy liquors, the firstborn of thy sons, shalt thou give unto me. Likewise, thou shalt thou do with thine oxen and with thy sheep. 7 days it shall be with his dam. On the 8th day thou shalt give it me, and ye shall be holy men unto me. Neither shall ye eat any flesh that is torn of beasts in the field. Ye shall cast it to the dogs. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither thou shalt speak in a cause to decline after many, to rest judgment. Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. If thou meet thine enemy's ox or his ox going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him again. If thou see thou ox of him that hath thee lying under his burden, and wouldeth forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help with him. Thou shalt not rest the judgment of the poor in his cause. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent, and the righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and preserveth the word of the righteous. Also thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for ye know the heart of a stranger, seeing ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. And 6 years thou shalt be sowed thy hand, and shalt gather in the fruits thereof. But the 7th year thou shalt let it rest, and life still, and the poor of the people may eat, and what they leave of the beasts of the field shall eat. In like manner thou shalt deal with thy vineyard and with thy olive yard. 6 days thou shalt do thy work, and on the 7th day thou shalt rest, and thine ox and thine ass may rest, and the son of thy handmaid and the stranger may be refreshed. And in all things that I have said unto you be conspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month Abib, for in it thou camest out of from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. And the feast of harvest, the first fruits of my labors, which thou hast sown in the field, and the least of ingathering, which is in the end of the years. when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the land. 3 times in the year, all thy males shall appear before the Lord God. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread, neither shall the fat of my sacrifice remain until the morning. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring unto the house of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not see if a kid in the mother's milk. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thy enemy, and an adversary unto thy adversaries. For my angels shall go before thee, and bring thee into the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will cut them off. Thou shalt not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do after their works, but thou shalt utterly overthrow them, and quite break down their images. And ye shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. Thou shalt nothing cast their young, not be buried in the land. The number of thy days I will fulfill. I will send my fear before thee, and will destroy all the people to whom thou shalt come. And I will make all thy enemies turn their back unto thee. And I will send hardness before thee, which shall drive out of the Hivites, Canaanites, and the Hittites from before thee. I will not drive them out before thee in 1 year, lest the land become desolate, and the beasts of the land multiply against thee. By little and little I will drive them out from before thee, until thou be increased and inherit the land. And I will set the bounds from the Red Sea even unto the sea of the Philistines, and from the desert into the river. For I will deliver inhabitants of the land into your land, and thou shalt drive them out before thee. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. They shall not dwell in the land, lest they make 3 sin against me. For if thou serve the gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee. And he said unto Moses, Come up into the Lord thou and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off. And Moses alone shall come near the Lord, but they shall not come high, neither shall the people go up with him. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice, and said, all the words which the Lord hath said will we do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and rose up early in the morning, and builded an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars, according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings, and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood, and put it in the basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant, and read all in audience of the people. And they said, all that the Lord hath said will we do, and be obedient. And Moses took the blood, and sprinkled it on the people, and said, behold the blood of the covenant, which the Lord hath made with you, concerning all these words. Then went up Moses, and Aaron, and Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw the God of Israel, and there was under his feet, and it were a paved work of sapphire stone, and it were the body of heaven in the clearness. And upon the noble of the children of Israel he laid not his hand, and also they saw God, and did eat and drink. And the Lord said unto Moses, come up to me into the mount, and be there, and I will give thee table of stone. And a law, and commandments, which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses rose up, and his minister Joshua, and Moses went up into the mount of God. And he said unto the elders, tarry ye here for us, until we come again unto you. And behold, Aaron and Hur are with you. If any man have any matters to do, let him come to them. And Moses went up into the mount, and a cloud covered the mount, and the glory of the Lord abode upon Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it 6 days. And the 7th day he called unto Moses out of the midst of the cloud. And the sight of the glory of the Lord was like devouring fire on the top of the mount in the eyes of the children of Israel. And Moses went into the midst of the cloud, and got him up into the mount. And Moses was in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, that they bring me an offering. Of every man that giveth is willing with his heart, ye shall take my offering. And this is the offering which ye shall take of them: gold and silver and brass, and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen, and goat's hair, and ram skin dyed red, and badger skin, and shimmered wood, all for the light spices, for anointing oil, and for sweet incense. Ox's stones, and stones to be set in the ephod and in the breastplate, and let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them, according to all that I shew thee, after the pattern of the tabernacle, and the pattern of all the instruments thereof. Even so shall ye make it. And they shall make an ark of smitten wood, 2 cubits and half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half that the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half that height thereof. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, within and without shalt thou overlay it, and shalt make upon it a crown of gold round about. And thou shalt cast 4 rings of gold for it, and put them in the 4 corners thereof. And 2 rings shall be in the one side of it, and 2 rings in the other side of it. And thou shalt make staves of smitten wood, and overlay them with gold. And thou shalt put the staves into the rings by the sides of the ark, that the ark may be borne with them. The staves shall be in the rings of the ark, they shall not be taken from it. And thou shalt put into the ark the testimony which I shall give thee. And thou shalt make a mercy seat of pure gold, 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof. And thou shalt make 2 cherubims of gold, of beaten work shalt thou make them in the 2 ends of the mercy seat, and make 1 cherub of the one end, and the other cherub of the other end. Even of the mercy seat shall ye make the cherub of the 2 ends thereof. And the cherubims shall stretch forth their wings on high, covering the mercy seat with their wings, and their faces shall look one to another. Towards the mercy seat shall the faces of the cherubim be. And thou shalt put the mercy seat above upon the ark, and in the ark thou shalt put the testimony that I shall give thee. And there I will meet with thee, and I will commune with thee from above the mercy seat, from between the 2 cherubims which are upon the ark of testimony of all things, which I will give thee in commandment unto the children of Israel. Thou shalt also make a table of smitten wood, 2 cubits shall be in length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, and make there 2 crowns of gold round about. And thou shalt make into it a border of an hand breadth round about. And thou shalt make a golden crown to the border thereof round about. And thou shalt make it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings in the 4 corners that are on the 4 feet thereof. Over against the border shall the rings be for places for the staves to bear the table. And thou shalt make the staves of smitten wood, and overlay them with gold, that the table be borne with them. And thou shalt make the dishes thereof, and spoons thereof, and covers thereof, and bowls thereof, and cover withal of pure gold shalt thou make them. And thou shalt set upon the table shewbread before me always. And thou shalt make a candlestick of pure gold, of beaten work shall the candlestick be made, his shaft, and his branches, his bowls, his knops, and his flowers shall be of the same. And 6 branches shall come out of the sides of it, 3 branches of the candlestick out of the one side, and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side. 3 bowls made like unto almonds, which a knot and a flower in one branch, and 3 bowls made like almonds in the other branch, with a knot and a flower. So in the 6 branches that come but out of the candlestick, and in the candlestick shall be 4 bowls made like unto almonds, with their knops and their flowers. And there shall be a knot under 2 branches of the same, and a knot under 2 branches of the same, and a knot under 2 branches of the same, according to the 6 branches that proceeded out of the candlestick. Their knops and their branches shall be of the same, and it shall be one beaten work of pure gold. And thou shalt make the 7th lamp thereof, and they shall light the lamps thereof, that they may give light over against it. And the longs thereof, and the snuff dishes thereof, shall be of pure gold. Of a talent of pure gold shall he make it, with all these vessels. And look that thou make them after their pattern, which was screwed thee in the mouth. Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with the 10 curtains of fine twin linen, and blue, and purple, and scarlet, with the cherubim of cunning work shalt thou make them. The length of one curtain shall be 8 of the 20 cubits, and the breadth of one certain curtain of 4 cubits, and every one of the curtains shall have one measure. And 5 curtains shall be coupled together one to another, and other 5 curtains shall be coupled one to another. And thou shalt make loops of blue upon the edge of the one curtain from the selvage in the coupling, and otherwise shalt thou make in the uttermost edge of another curtain in the coupling of the second. 50 loops shalt thou make in the one curtain, and 50 loops shalt thou make in the edge of the curtain that is in the coupling of the second, that the loops may take hold one of another. And thou shalt make 50 tacks of gold, and couple of the curtains together with the tacks, and it shall be one tabernacle. And thou shalt make curtains of goats' hair to be a covering upon the tabernacle. 11 curtains shalt thou make. The length of one curtain shall be 30 cubits, and the beneath of one curtain 4 cubits, and the 11 curtains shall be all of the measure, one measure. And thou shalt couple 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves, and shall double the 6 curtains in the forefront for the tabernacle. And thou make 50 loops of the edge of the one curtain that is outmost in the coupling, and 50 loops in the edge of the curtain which coupled the second. And thou shalt make 50 tackles of brass, and put the tacks into the loops, and couple the tents together, that it may be one. And the raiment that remaineth of the curtains of the tent, the half curtains that remaineth, shall hang over the backside of the tabernacle, and a cubit of on the one side, and a cubit on the other side of that which remaineth in the length of the curtains of the tent. It shall hang over the sides of the tabernacle, on the side and on the side, to cover it. And thou shalt make a covering for the tent of rams, skins dried red, and covering above of badger skin. And thou shalt make birds for the tabernacle of smitted wood standing up. 10 cubits shall be the length of a board, and a cubit and half shall be breadth of one board. 2 tenons shall there be in one board, set in order, one against another. Thou shalt thou make for the boards of the tabernacle. And thou shalt make the boards for the tabernacle 20 boards of the south side southward. And, and, and thou shalt make 40 sockets of silver under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under one board, and his 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under another board for his 2 tenons. And for the second side of the tabernacle, on the north side, there should be 20 boards, and there 40 socks of silver, 2 socks under the one board, and 2 socks under another board. And for the sides of the tabernacle westward, there shall make 6 boards, and 2 boards thou make for the corners of the tabernacle in the 2 sides. And they shall be coupled together beneath, and they shall be coupled together above the head of it among one ring. Thou shalt it be for them both. Thou shalt be in the 2 corners. And thou shalt be 8 boards, and their sockets of silver, 16 pockets, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. And thou shalt make bars of smitten wood, 5 of the boards of the one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars of the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the side of the tabernacle for the 2 sides westward. And the middle bar in the midst of the boards shall reach from end to end. And thou shalt overlay the boards with gold, and make their rings of gold for places for the bars. And thou shalt overlay the bars with God. And thou shalt rear up the tabernacle according to the fashions thereof which was screwed thee in the mount. And thou shalt make a veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twin linen of cunning work. With cherubim shall it be made. And thou shalt hang it up 4 pillars of smitten wood overlaid with gold, and hooks shall be of gold upon the 4 sockets of silver. And thou shalt hang up the veil under the text, and thou mayest bring in thither within the veil of the ark of the testimony. And the veil shall divide unto you between the holy place and the most holy. And thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark of the testimony in the most holy place. And thou shalt set the table without the veil, and the candlestick over against the table of the side of the tabernacle towards the south. And thou shalt put the table on the north side. And thou shalt make and hanging for the door of the tent of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twin linen, wrought with needy work. And thou shalt make for the hanging 5 pillars of smitten wood, and overlay them with gold. And their hooks shall be of gold. And thou shalt cast 5 sockets of brass for them,